Welcome to See Shaun Vlog.
We've recently been on a trip to Singapore and we used the Go City Pass.
We did. Now the Go City Pass allows you to easily go and visit lots of attractions in a city, in our case Singapore, and you have one pass, so you don't need to worry about buying tickets on the door or finding all the best deals online. You can just buy this one pass and go and do a lot of different things. We chose the all-inclusive Go City Pass. There is an individual attraction one where you can choose a number, like 3, 5, 7 different attractions, but we went for the all-inclusive, and we're going to show you everything we did, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah. And then at the end of the video, we'll tell you if we think it was worth buying. We'll tell you how much it cost to buy the pass for us. And throughout the video, I'll put all the prices of all the individual attractions, what they would have cost to buy on the door if you'd went there. Obviously, prices may change a little bit, so exchange rates and the prices that I've put on the screen were all based on when we went. But that exchange rates change, prices change, there's different offers and things like that. So bear that in mind when you're doing your own research, that you might be a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars different.
Which is what we found out when we got there.
Yeah. But here's everything that we did, and stay to the end and we'll tell you if it's worth it. Our first activity on Sentosa Island is to do the cable car up to Faber Peak and all the way back. We have the Go City Pass, which we bought a few months back, and this is one of the activities that you can do there. I'll pop on for any time we use the Go City Pass. I'll put on the price that you would pay, which for this is $35 return journey, and then we'll add it all up at the end and see if the Go City Pass was worthwhile.
Oh, God, I hate this.
Yeah, we don't like these very much, do we?
No,
but we're giving it a try.
No.
Don't look down, at least we're not on the glass one, eh? You can get the glass ones of these, but we're heading all the way up there. Oh, it's nerve-wracking, Caroline. Still not going to be as high as the one we did in Vancouver.
Yeah, but at least the one in Vancouver, the cloud cover couldn't see anything, so it made it a little bit better.
Yeah.
With this I can see everything, and I can. Oh, look over there, Shaun.
You're just going to close your eyes.
I can't look down. Look over there. I'm trying to look at the horizon. Down below we've got Madame Tussauds.
Tussauds!
Tussauds! You didn't do it. You didn't do it.
Tussauds! And that's an activity that we're going to do in this vlog as well when we get there. We have now moved over to the Mount Faber line. So to get on this line from the Sentosa line, you swap at Imbia Lookout, just across the road. To do that. And now we're going on the Mount Faber line, which crosses the water. That's a bit swingy this time. I think we'll go through a building and then up the top of the mountain, which we're going to get out at the top of the mountain and have a little look around. We've grabbed our tickets for Madame Tussauds instead of the Helix, which is no longer on the Go City Pass. Would have cost us 48 Singapore dollars each for the bundle that we've got, which is entrance to the museum, the boat ride, and digital photos as well. So let's check this place out. Probably spend about 45 minutes in here, I would think. See some waxworks. I was going to say wax melts, but that would be disturbing. They'd look like burn victims. But see some waxworks. See who we can recognise. There's going to be loads that we don't though from Asia and Bollywood and things. And I think the first area is Bollywood stars.
Yeah, try to get the best out of the pass. See if we can do the Helix.
Let's get some aircon.
Oh, by the way, we get free photographs all the way around, so we can choose different photo stations and get it for free. Fancy some tea?
Go down to the water. Get a job.
I've got a job.
You've got a job.
My lights Hawa. My lights Hawa. I need sleep.
Yeah, do you need some sleep?
That's Madame Tussauds done in Singapore. I would not pay $48 for that if I was paying full price, but because it was part of the pass, we've got some value out of it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not worth $48. It's quite
I
quick.
was going to say we've been to how many now?
A few.
A few, and
There's the least amount of waxworks
yeah.
in this one. There's not many at all. Some big gaps. If you want to know a bit about the history of Singapore,
that was good. Yeah, my favourite thing in there probably would have been the 4D Marvel.
The 4D Marvel, which we couldn't film. The boat ride was very quick.
Very quick.
Yeah, let's find our next activity.
Shaun has found with the Go Pass that we can do 2 motion simulator 4D rides for free, so he's just looking into that now, and I think we're going to do that. I'm not sure what they're about, but I'm sure he'll tell you soon. He's just in the queue over there.
You can choose any 2 of the activities out of the 4 activities, and we went for the 2 of the simulator rides. There's also a show and a shooting game, but we're going for the 2 simulator rides, just like a 4D theatre thing. And that's included in the pass, so we'll give it a try, see if it's worth it. We're doing the Haunted Mine ride and the Extreme Log ride. They take 7 minutes each, and it would have been $30.90 if we had bought the tickets. But we're using the Go City Pass. Pirate Show is one of the other things that you can do, and there's also a shooting gallery. We're doing the 2 rides. We've just done the 2 rides, the Log Flume and the Haunted Mine Train. If you're only going to do one of them, do the Mine Train, not the Log Flume, because they are very, very jerky. It's like a really bad version of Transformers, so I wouldn't recommend it. But if it's part of your pass and you get the Go City Pass, use it.
And I sat
buying a ticket, I wouldn't recommend it.
And I sat in my wheelchair the whole time watching it, so I didn't get any of that bad jerkiness, because it probably would have not done me any good with all my aches and pains and things.
Yes. Next up is the Trick Eye Museum, which I think is just going to be lots of photos. So this is another activity included in the Go Pass. We're in the horror room, apparently. He said, "Are you okay with horror? It's quite scary." But my scares need to be a little bit stronger than what's in here. It was $32 each if you were buying a ticket, and it's basically just like Instagram heaven, I think, in here. Should we head to the next room? How often do you see me on my knees? Especially with a bad knee. Anyway,
Especially with a bad knee, yeah, watch it. Careful. I don't think that's going very well for your photograph opportunity.
How about I just go like this?
No, I don't think that's the photo op. No, you're doing it totally wrong, Shaun.
That's the Trick Eye Museum done. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. If you like Instagram-y photos, that kind of thing, that's alright, but I was expecting like more funny shaped houses and rooms in houses and things like that, but no. But we're about to watch Wings of Time, which is also on the Go City Pass. Let's see if it's worthwhile.
Silence! Silence! Now, let's start from the beginning of the song. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you're traveling far from home, don't be scared, you're not alone.
Hello, Rachel.
The grumpy one is my friend Felix.
today it's a Universal day. We're going to Universal Singapore. We're going to try out all the rides, try some of the food, and there's one thing that I wanted to come to this park for one main reason while we're here, and that's to watch Waterworld. I've been wanting to see that show for years.
Have you?
Yeah, Waterworld. Should be fun.
You're like a Waterworld right now. Sweating.
We need to head in. It is very warm today. We're using the Go City Pass for this, so we need to exchange some tickets and then we'll head in and do some rides. Can't wait. This is a bucket list place that I've always wanted to come to. There's the Peanuts, we'll have some of them. And there's the Long Bar as it is today. It came here in 1991 after it moved from the ballroom. It's nice and cool in here.
It is. I was just reading all the history about it, how it originally started. How it originally started when the men used to walk back. We used to sit and watch the women walk by and the women couldn't drink. So the original bartender made a drink for them that looked like a mocktail, and then that's how the Singapore thing came about.
Yeah. So there's the menu. We're going to get a traditional, I think. So I've gone for the original, and we get them included with the Go City Pass. So that's a $39 Singapore dollar drink, and we're getting 2 of them. Nuts?
I'm not about you.
You just threw that on the floor. Look at that mess you've made.
That's what you meant to do.
That's how I tried my first ever Singapore sling in the Raffles Long Bar.
So you've got the original Raffles one. And Shaun does not like gin.
No, you're wrong. I haven't got the original one. I haven't got one. Got 2.
You got 2.
You don't like pineapple or cherry, so I've got 2. I don't like gin, but I can't taste the gin in this. I can just taste fruit juice.
Well, that's good. You like fruit juice?
Because I'm like a lady. The alcohol flavour's strong though. I just can't taste it as gin.
The same with my gin as well.
I like it in here. Nice chilled bar.
Well, I like music as well.
Yeah. Finished on the Long Bar. That was lovely. Definitely recommend that as something to do when you come to Singapore. Just one of those things that you have to do. Drink a 100-year-old drink where it was invented in Raffles, which is the hotel's named after the person who essentially created Singapore as we know it. So we're going to pop in the Kele pineapple shop, get some pineapple tarts because these are meant to be really famous and really good.
You can eat your pineapple.
And we'll get them with our Go City Pass. We get a box. So let's get them.
You will get one traditional tart, which is the pineapple is on top of the pastry.
Okay.
It's like this.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah. So another one is the ball. It's like this. Pineapple is fully inside.
Okay.
Yeah, both is original flavors.
One of each sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So we've picked up our pineapple tarts. And that's what you get. They're pretty good, like nice little bit of pastry with a pineapple on top. We've moved over to Gardens by the Bay, so we're going to have a look around these super trays, and then we've got Floral Fantasy, the Cloud Dome and the Flower Dome to do, as well as the evening night show that is on here. And we're going to, if we've got time, we'll do the Art Science Museum as well, but we're mainly here to do all of the garden stuff.
Are you doing Salad by the Bay as well?
And we'll get some food from Sally by the Bay, yeah.
I thought you were going to miss that while you were here.
These super trees are quite impressive, really. We've made it into the Flower Dome, which is the first dome that we're going to do. We're going to do Cloud Forest a little bit later, and Floral Fantasy probably in between, which means a bit more walking for me. The three things were included in the Go City Pass that we paid for, but if you wanted to pay for the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest, including impressions of money, $59 is the normal price when you pay on the door, but it's in part of our Go City Pass. So we're going to smell some flowers and look at some trees.
Have you seen the horses?
Very pretty.
And the carousel. Doesn't it remind you of Vegas, the carousel?
Kind
like a smaller version of it.
Smells very flowery in here.
Floral, you mean?
That's the word.
Floral.
That's the word. Really cool, eh?
Yeah. Is that where we're going?
Yep. This is really cool from this height. Scary, but cool nonetheless. I've wanted to come and do this ever since I found out about it, but maybe not the walkway, just mainly the waterfall around the other side.
We've just finished the Cloud Forest. Now, it's a shame Shaun didn't time it right and we missed the 6 o'clock misting. And then the next misting's 8 o'clock, which means we're going to miss that because we're going to watch the light show. But the whole experience in there, it was damp. It smelt, but then you could smell nice flowers as well. It was pretty. The only thing I didn't like was when we were going around the walkway bit because I'm afraid of heights, and I kept thinking I was going to go off the edge. But yeah, it was lovely, pretty, and some nice smells, not all nice smells.
Next up's Floral Fantasy to get some more aircon. Again, included with the Go City Pass. It would have been $20 otherwise, but included in our pass. Oh, the aircon is beautiful.
Never mind the flowers being beautiful, the aircon is.
And the smell of the floweriness again.
Yeah, lovely.
This seems a lot smaller than the other ones, but it's peaceful and cool and smells good.
It does smell nice, yeah.
It smells better than me.
You made a new friend.
No, I'm just posing for photos.
This is pretty.
Yeah, Floral Fantasy is quite pretty actually. I don't know what that was. I'm trying to do another pose, but I don't know how to pose like the youngins these days. Floral Fantasy, short and sweet, cool and airy.
Smelling nice,
Smelly,
pretty.
Flowery smells.
Florally smells.
Flat and easy. Why am I just using 2 words to describe it? It was
Are you tired?
a little bit because the heat zaps you, but Why am I just using like 2 words at a time to describe Floral Fantasy? I think I prefer that over the Flower Dome.
Do you?
And
Okay.
it's smaller
Interesting.
on one level and doesn't have all the extra stuff that the Flower Dome has, but actually I think I like that more. Just smelled good, the music was peaceful, it was nice to sit there, and it looked good.
Sometimes less is more.
On to the next one. Next activity is the Art Science Museum. Again with the Go City Pass.
Does this look like a hand or a blooming onion?
Looks like a hand to me.
Blooming onion to me.
I've been really excited about doing this one, Caroline. Yeah, because Team Labs helped do it.
You wanted to see in Japan?
I wanted to see Team Labs in Japan. That's really cool. This is the first gallery in Future World.
This is on the floor.
Yeah. Kind of tripping.
You're tripping.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Looks like an elephant showing.
Really cool.
It is an elephant.
Look to the left with a fish. Oh, this is the one you can draw your own fish, I think,
Okay.
and have it appear on the wall.
Or you can do drawing in there as well.
Look at all these flowers.
But look at all the fish. Oh look, the jellyfish up there somebody's drawn. It's going for a swim.
Chase it. Chase the NUFC fish thing. Say Shaun
Shaun
vlogging it.
vlogging at NUFC. Look, it's black and white, but he put the red on. He had to put the red on.
It's waving. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, he's hiding. You're going to land down here somewhere.
A little bit of Newcastle and Singapore.
Well, that's fun.
I can see this all going terribly wrong.
This is trippy. Oh, and really hard to do because it's moving and you don't think it's moving. How do I get down this big one? Oh, I can't get down that.
You didn't last long.
Felt like I was up there for ages. That was super hard. Oh. It's kind of trippy.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Clever.
That was fun. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
That end bit was probably my favourite bit. It was really sparkly and quite trippy. You felt like you could go off the edge, but though it was actually flat, it was just the way the crystal lights were positioned.
With the
Pretty
mirrors.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mirrors.
We're going to head into the zoo and see some animals now. This is also on the Go City Pass. So I'll pop in the corner what the price would have been if you want to come and just buy a ticket. First animal is the otters, and they're very small. They're just having a little swim around. We like otters, they're really cute. Orangutans and gibbons are in here. You can see one there hanging out, and you know what? I know how they feel. Yeah, just being lazy. There's a couple up on top of that. Up on top of there. Feeling lazy this morning, I know how they feel. I feel tired, I could have stayed in bed. Tiring day. Oh, are you moving? Let's see some swinging. King of the swingers. Have you had your breakfast yet? Oh, like you've gone hiding over there. Focus on you.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around. Oh,
come across a sun bear hiding in the shade. Don't blame you at all. You're a strange looking bear.
We've arrived at the elephant part. There's 2 of them out at the moment.
We do like a nice elephant. That was everything that we did using the Go City Pass. And on the all-inclusive one, that includes Universal Singapore, Universal Studios Singapore, which on the individual attraction pass, it doesn't include Universal. So check the difference between the two to see what you can include on each one and decide for yourselves which one was best. But overall, we paid 916 Singapore dollars and 30 cents. Is it cents in Singapore? Don't know. 916 and 30 Singapore dollars, which equated to, after the exchange, because we paid in pounds, £542 and 52 pence for 2 all-inclusive 5-day Go City Singapore passes. We probably could have done everything we wanted to do in 4 days, but we chose 5 days to give us a little bit more time because it takes us a little bit longer to do things. And even then, we still didn't actually manage to tick off all of the things on the pass that we wanted to do because we got a bit tired. Particularly at the end there, you saw we did Singapore Zoo. We did the zoo and we did River Wonders. We had every intention of doing the night safari as well, which would have got us more value out of the pass. But we were just very tired at that point and we needed a break, so we didn't do it. Also, the weather wasn't great as well.
Yeah, there was torrential weather, and the time between the torrential weather where we couldn't do anything and to go and do the nighttime boat and things like that, it was a long time, which it's not great to be in torrential rain for that period of time.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
That being said, if we add up everything that we did, so all of the attractions that we did, and we did... let me add them. I've got them all on my phone here. So we did...
While Shaun's doing that, I'll explain. We had ideas of what we wanted to do, but when we got there, they weren't available to do on the pass anymore, and they had changed.
Bear that in mind as well. Some things on the pass can just disappear one day to the next, but new things can appear. We did 13 things. I think there's about 50 that you can do. We did 13. We were also a little bit restricted on some of the things that we can do because Caroline uses a wheelchair. And there were several things like the boat tours, the river cruises, and all of the food tours weren't wheelchair accessible. And I didn't quite believe that, particularly for the food ones, because they're just visiting hawker centres and walking around as all the food tours are. But I contacted the company, Monster Day Tours, just to check, and they said, no, there are steps, it's not wheelchair accessible. I don't believe that because... We went to all of the same places that they go to on those food tours and we managed fine. Yes, it might take an extra couple of minutes to go and find a lift rather than walking up the stairs. That's what they didn't want to do. So bear that in mind if you have accessibility needs or disability needs. A lot of those places where you get the real value out of the pass, you can't do. Guess you could just book them and turn up and deal with it, see what they say on the day, but we didn't want to take that risk. And obviously we hadn't been there, so we didn't know if it was true or not.
Unless things change from when we went from now on.
So we did 13 things. Out of those 13 things, the total cost, if we'd bought on the door when we got there, would have been 1,017 Singapore dollars, which equates to about £656. So straight away you can see that's around about $100, just over £100 we saved by buying the pass. But we did things we wouldn't have chosen to do if we didn't have the Go City Pass. And there's 4 things for definite that we probably wouldn't have done when we got there and saw the price. Maybe a 5th as well. So out of the 13, we probably wouldn't have done the Trick Eye Museum, because that was $64 for the 2 of us, and just to take some photos, so we probably wouldn't have done that. We probably wouldn't have bought the pineapple tarts, because $67 for 2 boxes of pineapple tarts. I wouldn't have paid it if we were going there.
Yeah.
Madame Tussauds, that was $96 for 2 people.
Not worth it.
we've done Madame Tussauds all around. They're all much the same. Obviously, we didn't know what this one was like, but I wouldn't have paid that price up front. And after doing it, I definitely wouldn't have paid that price because that is not worth $96. It's very small. And then the last one, the 4D rides, I wouldn't have chosen to do those. They were $61, $62.
Well, I couldn't really do them properly.
Exactly. So
when I got there, they advised it's really not suitable for you. You'll get too much pain. And they were probably right after I watched Shaun do it.
So we probably wouldn't have chosen to do those if we were just going on the day. So those added together are $289 or £186 worth of value.
Yeah.
So if you take those off, because we wouldn't have chosen to do them, then we've overpaid for the Go City Pass. We only did them because we had the pass. If you add in the night safari that we had every intention of doing, and if we could have done one or even two of the food tours, the value of them is quite high. Like the food tours are over $100 each per person, so there's a lot of value in doing those. So for us, I don't think the Go City Pass was worth it. I think it was a bad decision to buy that pass, but that comes with hindsight. We didn't know at the time. We were trying to just make sure we had a pass that we paid for, we could do stuff and not worry about the money. But now knowing what we know, I wouldn't buy it again. What about you?
I would agree, because the things that we wanted to do were very restricted. It's just we wanted, well, you wanted to go on the thing that goes up and down. I forget what it's called.
The Sky Helix.
The Sky Helix,
So
which was taken off the day before we got there. Was that right?
I don't know when it was taken off, but when we booked it, it was on the pass. When we got there to do it, it wasn't, but it had been replaced with the luge.
I feel like it had just literally been changed.
Maybe.
And the other thing we wanted to do was candle making or perfume making, wasn't it?
Some of the things take a long time. So like the candle making, the perfume making, they take like 2.5 hours.
It takes quite a bit of time out of your day, which obviously you need a lot of the time.
And you have to book them.
Yeah, you got to book it in advance, and apparently it sells out, like kind of sells out the spaces.
Yeah.
So that was two of the things that we wanted to do, which we couldn't do.
You also have to book for the zoo as well.
Which we didn't know
until we got there. So we had to scramble and get in touch with the Go City people to get us the tickets that we needed so that we could exchange for the real thing. And if they hadn't been available like there and then, that would have been a wasted trip to the zoo and a wasted day of the pass, because it was the final day that we were doing Singapore Zoo. So that always check the ones that you have to book, because it's not always obvious. Sometimes it's buried in the small print.
Yeah, I mean really tiny.
Like really check the ones that you have to book.
Yeah.
In advance, because you wouldn't think you'd have to book the zoo. Food tour, yes, because that's like a specific set group of people. They've got a specific number, but the zoo, you just turn up. You wouldn't think you have to book that one, but you do. So yeah, so for me, don't think it's worth it. You agree?
I agree, yeah.
However, if you can do the food tours and maybe one of the cruises or one of the duck tours, something like that, one of the bike tours, then the all-inclusive pass probably is worth it to do. Like if we could do those, it's definitely worth it. The individual attraction pass, look at the attractions that you want to do and compare that to the prices. Like go on the website of the attractions and compare the prices for yourself. I think when I looked at that, the reason I didn't go for it was I thought it was much of a muchness. Like there wasn't really any difference in the price.
At that point in time, because the exchange rate and things.
Yeah. And one final thing about the Go City Pass, if you go on the website to book it, they've always got a 10% off, 12% off, 8% off. Prices going up in February. Ignore it. They've always got a discount. The price is always ending, and it never really changes that much. Like a few dollars here and there per month. So don't worry about
you kept checking that a lot.
Yeah, I kept checking that. And you can get cashback on UK cashback sites as well. I'm not sure about other countries.
Yeah. I would definitely agree. For our situation, it wasn't worth it. It would have been if we could have done some of the stuff that we wanted to do. And as Shaun said, it forced us into doing stuff that we wouldn't do because we had it and we wanted to get the value of the money.
If we hadn't bought it, we would have still done everything bar the 4 things that I mentioned, but we probably would have done other things that weren't included on the pass in the time that we had. So it meant that there were some things that we probably would have done if we didn't have it that we ended up not doing in the whole trip.
And just be aware of booking the zoo and the night safari and making sure you've got that all sorted.
And other things as well, and check accessibility if that is an issue for you.
Yeah.
or a concern for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, hope this video's helped. Let us know down below if you've used the Go City Pass or if there are any other recommendations for anybody else, because there are other passes. There's not just Go City. You can get attraction passes from Klook, you can get them from Get Your Guide, you can get them from Viador, you can get them from Pelago. There's loads of different variations and it's quite a bit of a minefield to compare all of them. We chose Go City because it had the biggest variety of attractions, but there are lots. If there are specific things that you want to do and you don't want to do loads, compare all of them. One of those other ones may well be better, but also the Go City, if you can do some of those higher ticket items, definitely worth buying. Just unfortunately not for us.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if anybody's used any of the passes and been able to do the things that they say are not disabled friendly.
Let us know. Yeah.
Definitely.
Hope this has helped. Keep making memories.
Catch you later.